Well, Paul, talk about a chaotic and ultimately heartbreaking game right at the end there.
Yeah, I think it was a game that we didn't really deserve to be on the losing side. That's my initial response, my initial reaction to that. Need to defend better. That's my initial reaction in terms of conceding 4 goals at home. We shouldn't be scoring 3 goals at home and getting knocked out of a cup tie. But that's something we can work on. That's something we desperately need to eradicate. That's happened too many times, even since we've walked in the door. So we need to address that and work even harder on that side of the game. But a lot of pleasing aspects. Going forward. We looked a real threat. We looked a goal threat, a number of opportunities other than the goals. So that's the disappointment. I don't think we at least deserve to go to penalties. And Tom's got them playing some good stuff. They're a good side. They've got a lot of Championship players in there. Never mind League One players, and he's got them playing well. And that's a big disappointment. It's a big kick in the teeth, especially to lose it so late like that. The boys didn't deserve that.
No, I suppose the shock of going a goal down so early. You get the 2 goals back from Shaq and Fabrizio, and Moreland deserved at half time.
Absolutely. We gifted them a first goal, and then we gifted them a goal straight after half time. That's something we need to, that's just mentality. That's concentration. That's things we warned them. We need to start well. Didn't start well. We gifted them a goal. Okay, Tom doesn't mean to make a mistake. Gifts them the ball. It's an easy pass. He gets it wrong. Taylor at the end gets it wrong, and you get punished. The better players you play against, you get punished. And as I say, you don't need to hand the boy Talage too many opportunities. You don't need to give him a hand. He's good enough as it is, and he proved that tonight. He was a handful all night, and you don't need to give him chances.
These are individual errors you're talking about. Are they easy to get out of the team?
They're not easy. It's concentration. It's not making silly mistakes. It's things you can work on the training ground. It's communication. Knowing what's around, helping your teammates. There's too many tap-ins in the middle of our 6-yard box. We saw it against Bromley, and that's communication. That's picking people up in the box. That's basics. That's basic defending, which we need to get better off. And if the guys that are in there aren't doing it, then we replace them. It's as simple as that.
Talking about positives, this is a Bristol Rovers team that's in League Two that's taken a Plymouth Argyle team, as you say, with Championship quality players, played them off the park for large portions of the game.
That's nice to hear, Mitch. We'll take that praise. We'll take that praise because we enjoyed watching the performance going forward. Didn't enjoy some of the defending. As I say, I felt we were a little bit hard done by. At least we deserved was a penalty shootout. We thought we were going to that. I'd already spoken to Reece about who's our penalty takers, who's our better ones, and that was something we were already thinking about. But you can't defend like that and give them the winning goal. So that's a disappointment. But I think the fans seem to enjoy the way we play, particularly going forward. All that work on the training ground the last few days, it seems to be paying off, particularly going forward. Just need to obviously need to work a little bit harder on that defensive side.
Yeah, as you say there, it's a quick turnaround. There's a game on Saturday here again, back in league action, and if the lads play like that going forward and can tighten up defensively, it will hopefully be a good day at the Men.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think there'll be a big crowd. I think the guys are behind us. You could see that. They even clapped us off tonight, and that doesn't happen very often when you get beat. So that was nice to see. And let's hope we can get it bouncing on Saturday and we can put a better defensive performance in and obviously play like that going forward. Because if we do, then I think we win the game. But, Colchester are a good side. We'll treat them with respect. Danny's got them playing some good stuff. But we'll be ready. The guys, they'll take that on the chin and we'll bounce back.
So, Shaq, a game that went both ways but ultimately ended in defeat. How do you reflect on that one?
I feel like we had a good first half. I feel like we really took control of the game. And then I feel like we've come out second half and been caught cold again. And then we've just not been able to react fully from there. Obviously, we got the goal back with LT, but obviously we ended up losing. So it's not a great result at all, but I think there's a performance there to be building on.
Yeah, conceding after 2 minutes is always difficult, but how impressed were you with that almost immediate reaction?
No, I think with Gaffer and Rains, they've come in and tried to instill a mentality, even when we do concede, to not drop our heads like we have been doing in the past. But I feel like we in ourselves, we knew that we could get back in the game, and we showed it. It's just obviously we let it go again in the end.
And how good was it for you and your confidence maybe as well to get back on the score sheet today?
It was really good. I just want to thank God, obviously, for everything that He's done for me, getting me through these tough times. But it's really good to score my first goal again, and hopefully long may it continue.
And your combinations with Fabrizio is starting to really blossom as well.
Yeah, me and Fab got a really good relationship, both on and off the pitch. We both know each other, what we want to do, what we're good at, where we're going to be in position. So we almost don't have to speak about it anymore. We just know where it's going to be.
Ultimately, like we said before, it's a defeat, but there's surely plenty of positives that you can take from this game.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's definitely positives to take on from the game and then continue to build on. But when you start really looking at putting in a full performance, so we can stop, we don't have to keep having to score loads of goals to beat teams, especially at home. But I feel like there's definitely positives to take from the game, yeah.
And back-to-back games with 3 goals for Rovers as well. Does it feel like it's finally clicking in the final third?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's definitely starting to click up there. Obviously, it's good. Obviously, that's our play, so it's good to start getting amongst the goals. It's definitely feeling like it's starting to click. Obviously, it's just hopefully we don't have to concede too many, so we start putting them into 3 points.
And you mentioned it a bit before there, but what has Steve and Rains brought to this club since they've come in?
No, they just brought in a mentality, I think, mainly. Obviously, they've come in, said, giving everyone a clean slate. So I feel like they just brought in a mentality and obviously bring intensity, and you can see on the pitch that we're working hard. So I think you can see exactly what's going on there.
And you know exactly how the EFL works. A positive performance today, despite defeat, and another game at home against Colchester. Surely you can bring all of that into the next game and hopefully 3 points.
Yeah, that'll be the aim. Obviously, we know what we need to work on. We know that we've got a good foundation to build from. So hopefully we can have a good game against Colchester and start taking our turn up the table.